What if I told you there's an ancient Roman road still standing today that's older than the Colosseum, older than the Pantheon, and was once the most important highway in the world? A road where you can ride through ancient ruins, marvel at Roman engineering, and imagine yourself traveling alongside emperors, soldiers, and traders from over 2,000 years ago. Today, you can still experience it just like they did, on two wheels. This is our journey biking the Appian Way. Our morning started like any other in Rome. Good breakfast, sunshine, and gorgeous streets. But today, we aren't sticking around, so we hopped on a bus heading just outside the city, past whatever this thing is. I don't know. Seems important though. And we're on our way to ride upon one of the most legendary roads in history.
Okay, keep these for you to girls when you come back.
We are now on the Appian Way. Today, the goal is to relax, see some nature, learn some history, and enjoy a beautiful bike ride.
And we're off.
We have arrived at our first stop. So these catacombs are where a lot of popes and martyrs are buried that are really significant to Rome and Catholicism. We're actually going to skip this one because we've heard that there is a better catacomb along the way. And soon we'll get to the part on the basalt stones, which will be a little bit more challenging, but lovely ride so far. Okay, we have arrived to St. Sebastian's catacombs and the basilica as well. So this was built in the 4th century, which is crazy, and then rebuilt in the 17th century. One interesting fact we learned from our handy little guidebook is that the word catacomb actually comes from Greek, katakimbos, meaning within the quarries or within the ground. So this was one of the first churches to actually use that Greek word to reference catacombs and now use it for all catacombs. Kind of cool. The church is beautiful. We're definitely going in the church, which is free, and we might check out the catacombs, but that is a €10 fee. So we'll see if it's worth it.
As you can see, we decided it was worth it. Beneath the Appian Way lies a hidden world, Rome's ancient catacombs. St. Callisto is one of the largest, once home to early Christian burials and even popes. Walking through these tunnels, you're stepping into history over 1,800 years old. We just finished up in the San Sebastiano catacombs. They were extensive. According to our tour guide, there is over 65,000 people buried in the catacombs beneath the San Sebastiano Basilica. And 7 miles of tunnels. Not far up the way, the Mesenzio estate is a glimpse into Imperial Rome. Built in the 4th century AD, it includes Emperor Maxentius' villa, the massive mausoleum of Romulus built for his son, and the circus of Maxentius. Okay, so we are currently on the grounds of the Villa di Mesenzio. As you can see, we have 2 great wide gates here, and in here would be an open field where chariot races would occur. In the center is called the peg, and this is where this chariots would go around in more of like an ovular fashion of a track. It's super cool. Also, within this arena, on the sides, I'm assuming there were once steps, they say there were steps, and where they could house 10,000 spectators to watch these chariot races.
Pretty cool.
It was amazing to be able to walk amongst these ruins and truly feel like you're immersed in ancient Rome. The scale of these ruins is immense, and I can only imagine what it must have been like thousands of years ago. Without hardly any time to catch our breath, the mausoleum of Caecilia Metella was built in the late 1st century BC as a grand tomb for a Roman noblewoman, the daughter of a consul. Its massive cylindrical tower symbolized wealth and power, later fortified into a medieval castle by the Catani family. A monument that tells the story of Rome's ever-changing history. All these ruins are making me hungry. It's time for a pit stop. From lunch, it was on to the basalt stones. Honestly, I have no idea how they push carts down this thing. It was so bumpy.
We just saw the cutest cats. They're still over there. 2 black cats, double good luck. And this part of the road is really beautiful, really quiet, which is nice. And it feels ancient, you know? Riding over those basalt stones is tricky. I don't know how they push carts down here, but it's super beautiful and a perfect day for it.
This is absolutely amazing. So in this part, there are a lot of ruins just on each side of the road here. And while they're not as well preserved as the earlier sections that we went through, it's just so incredible to have this opportunity to bike through and have ruins of ancient Rome on both sides of you as we go.
And no people.
And few people. This section of the Appian Way had to have been one of my favorites, as it seemed every 10 feet there was a new ruin which you could picture what it must have been like along this road thousands of years ago. We also saw some of the coolest and most unique ruins I've ever seen in my life. Woo! Next up, you guessed it, more ruins. The Villa dei Quintilli was once the grandest estate on the Appian Way, built in the 2nd century AD by the wealthy Quintilius brothers. Its luxury caught the eye of Emperor Commodus, who had them executed just to claim it for himself. Today, its sprawling ruins with bathhouses and courtyards offer a glimpse into the opulence and danger of Roman high society. Ruins this, ruins that. I hope you aren't bored of ruins yet. But what came next checked off one of my bucket list items for coming to Rome.
Okay, seeing the aqueducts, the Roman aqueducts, has been Ethan's dream on this bike ride. And we were trying to find them, we accidentally passed them, but we have officially found them.
But I realized when I was looking at the sheet that we were at least 4 or 5 landmarks ahead of where we were going to see the aqueducts. And finally, behind me now, you can see the famous Roman aqueducts. Well, one of them. There are a bajillion. But it's my first time seeing them, and I'm really excited. It's one of my goals for when we came to Rome, to be able to see some aqueducts, so it's pretty amazing. It's quite a feat of engineering. So it'll be right here where Molly and I end up turning around. We are currently at the temple, the Tempio di Ercole, which I guess is the Temple of Hercules. It's been a beautiful trail. It has been lovely, and I think the most special part is not at the beginning, but once when you get past that cafe where we stopped for lunch and there's another intersection, that's when you really feel like you're really getting inside of what ancient Rome once was. You really have the ruins on both sides, there aren't as many people, and you really have this long trail and road all to yourself to see what ancient Rome really once was.
We really had so much fun, and I think it goes to show yet again that sometimes what you least expect will be your favorite part. Everyone kind of talked about the initial stops at the catacombs and everything, but we really loved this later part where not as many people venture out, and you get to really feel like you're back in ancient Rome. So always look out for unexpected experiences, and you never know what you'll find.
Thanks for joining us on this exciting adventure, biking the world's last surviving ancient highway. We had an amazing time, and we hope you did too. Make sure to subscribe for more adventures. Love always, M&E. What happened, Molly?
A bug flew in my eye. Right there. You see it?
No.
I felt its black body just... And now we have no more water to rinse it out. These are my tears.
We can zoom in on the tears.
I gotta find them again. I think they're here.
Yeah, there you go. So we need to recover a minute.
Getting gelato soon.
Yeah.
No more press.